right. Welcome to Rapping with Granny, my first episode. And I have a guest in the house tonight. It's Feli 540 on Instagram. Yeah, you welcome. Yes, sir. So I ain't even gonna cap y'all. I got questions, but we also just chatting it up. So for those that don't know, you go ahead and tell me your name, your Instagram, from Richmond, and just a little teeny bit about yourself.
Instagram 540. The Toxic King himself. I'm not originally from Richmond. I'm originally from DC. I moved to Virginia when I was like maybe 2 years old. So I guess you could say I'm still from Virginia. I grew up out in the country, out in Louisiana. I moved to Richmond like 11 years ago. But I lived in Petersburg for a little bit when I was young too. So I kind of been all over the place. I make music, TikTok, comedy, streamer, video games, anything, fun and entertaining. I've been into it. So yeah.
All right. So there y'all go. Feli 540 on Instagram.
It's thirsty.
So I did notice you're tatted up. How many tattoos you got?
I'll put it to you like this. I got more on my face than most people got in gym. I got like 8 on my face. So I lost count years ago. I couldn't tell you.
You got on your legs and
that's what I'm gonna do next. I got my legs. I got my chest, both arms, forearm, wrist, hands, thumb, fingers, face. There's a couple I want to do. Whenever I decide to cut my hair eventually, I want to shave my head, like the sides of my head.
Mm-hmm.
I want to get an angel talking in one ear and a demon talking in the other. And then I want to do my legs.
That's pretty creative. I like that.
Thank you. I want to do my legs, and then I wanted to tattoo the whites of my eyes black, but
don't do that.
I've been taught that.
Don't do that. Yeah, don't do that.
I really want to do that, but I'm trying to scare my daughter. So. But yeah, I've been getting tattoos since I was like 16. So
your legs aren't done.
No, that's next. Definitely.
Did you see mine on my legs?
I did.
I love that shit.
Yeah, I think that shit was fire.
Man, I love that shit. And now I want to do the other leg.
Wait.
Something else.
I ain't mad at you. I think everybody should get tattoos.
Facts.
It used to be so taboo to look like me or look like you. Now,
right.
It's so normal.
So, my grandson, when my first tattoo, well, not my first. Was this my first tattoo? The sand tattoo was my first, I think. And when I first got it, my grandson was just like, he wants me to, he's not here with us anymore, but he wanted me to be like a grandma, like a moo grandma. Like he did not, but this has always been me. So I don't know why he was like, why are you doing that? Why are you doing that?
You can tell that you're authentic. For sure.
Well, thank you. So he was like, why you had to get it on your hand? You know what I mean? Like, he was always just like on me because I won't be in a moo grandma.
I think it'd be hilarious to see like you hanging out with like the other grannies. Like, I just thought that would be hilarious.
Honestly, I'd probably be quiet and probably be just like, damn. Because I feel like older people who act older, they're whack. But not only are they whack, it's just you're not living your life. You don't fucking know when you're going. Just live your life.
It's like they're turning down the volume instead of turning it up because the song's about you. Not about you. That's that way to put it. But you know what I'm saying? Yeah,
but that's what it is. You don't know. You don't know. You gotta fucking do you.
You're really an inspiration especially from that aspect. If you cool as hell, so it teaches like I'm trying to be like that. Like I've always said, when I meet people younger than me, like through work or like through music or whatever, like you can still be cool until you decide not to be cool. You know what I'm saying? Just is what it is. I think that's fire for sure.
He was always on me about stuff like that. He hated me rapping.
Really?
He did not like it at all.
I can see it being an adjustment for sure.
He was not feeling it. But I also got a tattoo here that's dedicated to him when he got killed. He was killed July last year.
Did listen to the song you posted.
Yeah, he made a song for him.
Rest in peace.
He probably don't like it, but whatever.
I know he's
right.
I know he's proud of you for sure.
Yep. Cheers. Well, I was gonna cheers, but You bugged that joke.
Fish like water, feel like tequila.
Look, you sit here and get drunk. I ain't got a bed, but I got this little mattress thing.
Hey, you nitty.
All right. Let's see. So, what's your favorite tattoo?
I would probably have to say I got my youngest daughter's name right here, Layla. That's one of my most meaningful. I got her mother's name across my fingers. Um, up here, my homeboy, one of these guys, my homeboy, he passed away. He actually OD'd a couple years back. He got some bad Xanax, I believe, that took him out. But he was, when I say he was the most gangster white boy I've ever met. Like he dressed like a greaser, so he wore around a leather jacket, hair combed back. We used to call him Fonzie. He was like one of the I've ever met. And so always, I keep touch with his family still. I'm one of those. Like when my homie passed away, it's not just let me post about him. It's like, let me check in. Like his sister's about to have a baby. And I reached out to her. Like I talked to his brother. So those are my most meaningful. One of my favorites, just in general, I got the Majin Buu M from Dragon Ball Z on both my forearms, or my wrist, I guess you would call that.
What is that?
The Majin Buu from Dragon Ball Z. Yeah, Dragon Ball Z is like anime that I grew up in. So like I'm a huge fan of that. And then I guess my second favorite outside of those would be I got stay safe, move smart on my hands. That's just like it's like a mental.
Good advice.
Yeah, I try to always, if I keep it in front of me, I'm always remember it. So
I gotta ask you as I'm sitting here looking at your arm, what the hell happened? Your elbow all scraped.
It's like some kind of like
Eczema?
no, it was a called when it's passed on from like generation to generation? It's like a hereditary skin condition thing that I didn't even realize. Like it didn't start affecting me until like a year or two ago. Nah, it's like it's some kind of special lotion or something I gotta get to like deal with it. But for me, I just use regular lotion, so it don't really phase me that much. But yeah, it's just popped up. I remember my
What, you was doing some wheelies or something?
You ain't got to worry about that. I promise you that. You ain't got to worry about feeding.
Here, and so I was gonna ask you about, do you want more tattoos? And you've already said you do, and I know I do. So I want to ask you because I talk, I like to have fun. I think I'm funny. People be laughing at me because I'm just goofy. I'm goofy funny. But I also have a serious side to me. And so I just want to get your brief take on the way the world is right now, like with politics, with the medical field, with this food, everything you eat and do causes cancer type shit. Like what are your thoughts?
Personally, I think that, I don't know about you, but I think I laugh and joke so much to keep from having to think about that shit. Especially being a parent and being around the youth as much as I have been. This world is getting crazier and crazier by the day. Any day we could go to war. They just had a whole leak where everybody's social security numbers got stolen like last week.
Right.
And like somebody I was talking to the other day has a high paying job as like a general manager in the day, but then works a whole nother full time job at night. And I'm like, and you still not making ends meet. It's like, you don't make enough to be able to live comfortably, but if you don't try to enjoy what you do make, you're gonna be miserable because all you can do is live semi comfortably. It's just I don't know. I try to live fast and live free, but also try to secure the things that are important. Rent paid, car paid, kids got clothes, food in the fridge. All right, outside of that, if you want to go fuck off a little bit of money, work for it. You worked 110 hours in the last 2 weeks. Try to have a little fun. But I think the state of the world is not looking great. But I don't think it's looked great for quite some time. So kind of just roll with it day by day. I kind of worry about more what I can control. I can't change anything going on out there. I can try to change it person to person, but I'm gonna just drive myself insane. So definitely pray for us all.
We all need it.
So that take you a shot and keep it pushing.
I love it. Let's see. So how long have you been rapping?
I started rapping in 2011. I'm old as shit. So I started rapping in 2011.
So he keep talking about he old as shit.
Man,
How old are you gonna be?
just turned 30.
He just turned 30, bro. I'm old. I'm old, and
You know, for years I said I wasn't gonna make the 30. Like I didn't the way I was living and like this how I was acting shit. I had no expectation to get here. And then a couple years back I started more like, looking forward to a little bit. And then I'm here, I'm like, all right, let's see what's the next chapter is gonna be like.
well, not old. 30 is not old.
And the way I look at it, your 20s is like when you're like born to when you're 10 years old. Your 30s is like when you're 10 to like you're 20. Your teenage years as an adult. So I'm gonna learn some shit. I'm gonna figure some shit out. But to get back to the question, I've been making videos since 2011. I didn't really start taking it serious until my daughter was born in 2015, and from there, I was one of the lucky ones. I kind of figured out the internet early. I was able to realize that like if I post this video on Facebook and it goes viral, those views still count for something. Even if it didn't really pay me anything or nothing like that, it was that mental note of like, all right, let's keep going, let's keep going. Then that turned into
It's motivating.
that turned into doing shows. That turned into traveling. I've been to 10, 12 states. Met with Warner and Def Jam and talked to this person, that person, and that turned into like we had shows even just a few years back where like there's still videos on the ground where we got the crowd rapping these hooks word for word. We got people jumping up and down, moshing and shit.
Best feeling ever, right?
That shit you never get used to.
Bro.
That or when people come up and ask for pictures, and even now when people stop me like, "Yo, ain't you?" And I always fuck with them. I'm like, "Nah, that's not me. What are you talking about?" They put up Instagram, like, you short. Like shit like that. So it all kind of cycled into the next thing. Now I'm kind of looking forward to seeing what this next leg of it all looks like.
Yeah. When I heard people rapping, making it out the hood, that shit just was like no other feeling.
Like somebody who has had interactions with you, and now we're actually meeting in person for for real. Scrolling through my FYP and like hearing that song and knowing like, yo, it's my city, like that's cool as shit. Like even if not just you, anybody from here, like if I see it, I fuck with that. Like everybody deserves a shot at winning. So I think it's been awesome to see that song go so far for you. Like, I think it's awesome.
It's still going.
Mm-hmm. As it should.
So let me get like 12 bars or something.
I was trying to know this is what happened.
I ain't prepared nobody.
Yeah, that's fair. I know I got some in my head. Fuck, I'm drawing a fucking blank. You know what? Come back to me at the end on that one. I swear I got you. Always used to keep one tucked too. I've been lazy for too long. Rappers be prepared. Damn.
So for the record, I think you're really good and your voice is unique. And I've told you that. Y'all are gonna hear it a little bit of it when he gets it together in a minute. And I noticed that like just on Instagram, this is our first time meeting. Like we follow each other on Instagram, but we've never met. But I noticed like you were going hard at one point, and then you kind of just stepped back, and I won't see it like nothing. So what was going on? What happened?
Personal life, man. There was a lot of negative shit going on. Went from a phase there where like we were some of the most loved people to tide kind of changed, and it wasn't anything that we did. It was a lot of lies circulating, a lot of it just shit happens. People start people change, and for me like with the shit like I have bipolar disorder, so my brain is already kind of all over the place sometimes. And to go from like I come from a broken home, parents divorced, I don't have a lot of family. So when you build a family, or what you feel like is a family around you, then it kind of is going like that. You kind of, I was shifting. I didn't really know where to go from there. And the only thing that felt right to me at the time was to just completely disappear. Like, I stayed on TikTok. I started really enjoying making content and being funny, trying to find my smile again. But the music, when you put so much into it, there were times I was putting 10, 20, 25,000 in a year into it, and I'm sacrificing real life stuff. Like I'm not you know, I'm living in a crib with 6, 7 people in 2 rooms, you know, just taking loss after loss, trying to make this shit shake.
Mhm.
And, you know, I think one of the things that really messed me up, we had lost a really big endorsement deal at one point.
Who was we?
Well, so you know, my group, Double F Music Group, we
Mhm.
we had a pretty big team at one point, but you know, not to get into specifics, you know, because I don't want to make bro feel bad. That was years ago, but we lost the endorsement deal with a pretty prominent clothing brand for like 100,000, and you know, there was that, and then we had went to meet with Def Jam, and then right as we came back, you know, they were like, all right, we'll put this album together. We came back like in the studio for like 2 days, put the album together, and then COVID hit.
Mhm.
And then, you know, COVID hit right at the time we were supposed to go back, give them the album, and then it was gonna be up from there. And then after that, I had a
But you weren't
situation.
signed.
Then after that,
They were gonna sign you?
they were gonna sign. It was either what I'm pretty sure was about to happen was it was gonna be a deal for one of the artists in our group who was like a main face. I've known the kid since he was 13, pretty much crazy. And then we were gonna parlay that into either a group deal or like a group distribution type of deal.
Okay.
But the pay was gonna be good because he's, you know, got the numbers, the whole nine. And then from there, after that, I had a situation with Ethica Music out in California, and you know, for home place wrong time. You know, I was there, had the following, had the music, everything went right, but they were they had a lot of people in the building who weren't trying to be executives and wanted to be the artists instead. And you know, they were more interested in being flashy and doing whatever they was doing.
Mhm.
So that never panned out for me. And then from there, it was just kind of like, you know, what am I doing? Like,
Right.
you know, I love it. But
I'm a strong believer in everything works out the way it does for a reason. Even if it all seems like bad luck or negative or whatever, so there's a reason behind it. It ain't a coincidence. You know what I mean?
absolutely,
I believe that.
absolutely, that's always agree.
Um, let's see. BBL or natural?
Yeah, the BBL feel natural. I take that too. They were a little mall shaped size, you know. So I ain't sure if you want to bring that Tupperware ass over here. We're gonna see what's here. You know, be mad at you. You spend good money. Good money sending
You think this shit is out of control?
BBLs. Shit, I mean, to an extent, I'm not gonna lie. Some of them be looking crazy. I
Yes.
seen a BBL in the club one time, and that shit was like, how do you even tell yourself that this looks good? Like, some of them be looking natural, and I'm like, hey, shit, I ain't mad at you for your thing. Like, shit, hey, hey, I ain't tripping. If you bring that $5,000-$10,000 ass over here, I'm gonna give you a grade on what you paid for now.
That's so funny. I'm just as a female. Well, I don't even want to speak for all females. Me, I'm not gay, but you know. So this is the way it is. I got, I don't know, 85% males follow me on Instagram. So that's all I see is ass because that's what y'all posted. Now you maybe not, but I don't know.
I got a homeboy. He sent me.
That's all I see.
Shout out my homie D. When he send me, this nigga will send me ass videos at 7 a.m. I'm like, how do you ain't gonna you horny already? So yeah, you are right.
Yeah, that's all I see. And so it's like I ain't got no choice but to look, but I'm tired of it. Like I'm tired of looking at fake asses all the goddamn time. So, but that's just, I guess, from a female's point of view. I don't know.
Nah, shit, I feel what you're saying though for sure.
I
Like,
think it's out of control.
I definitely think it's. I see. What I think is out of control about it is like those people. Like there was a time, I'm sure you've seen all of the net where people were doing like uh, veneers out of their house and braces out of their house.
Yes.
They have people doing BBLs out of their house.
Yeah.
Like, all right, that's where we're. You know, I don't need to go to. If you told me you went to BBLs by Tasha and she looked down me, you're out of your fucking mind.
And she also do teeth whitening.
And she's so cracked. Kids when they're in daycare.
That's the way it be though.
Telling you.
So have you heard and seen 6ix9ine lately?
Lately, I did just see recently, like you mean personally, or you mean like just the internet?
Oh no.
Because we did have dealing with his people at one point. But on the internet, I did see recently he had just dropped a new snippet And he came out like a new look and shit. I personally like the snippet. I thought it was something.
Okay, so I was looking and looking and looking, and I can't find the name of it. I think it's called "What's Up" because he has it like in quotes, but he's not saying the title of the song is "What's Up." I like the song, but I feel like he done cut. I don't know if y'all know, but he done cut his. I don't know what he had. Did he have locks? I don't know what he had going on.
Yeah,
With or
at
something.
one point, I mean, his hair was definitely his broad, but I mean, shit,
But
he picked a good time to come back because if people gonna try to get on him for the snitch stuff and all that shit, YSL Woody is like the biggest thing on the internet right now.
yeah, for sure, and he's getting paid off all that.
And he's hilarious, by the way.
He is funny and he's smart.
Mm-hmm.
He's very, very smart. I'm gonna pull up the snippet on his Instagram because I like the song, but I really feel like he's imitating Chris Brown.
You think so?
I do, and he's trying to look like him. Like
I did see people in the comments saying that.
he does. I mean, I don't know if you've seen it, but it looks like him.
I think people also say it was like and what.
And the song is like a Chris Brown song. Yeah, I like it. So I bring that up to ask, like, do you think he could make a comeback?
I mean, at the end of the day, content, music, all that shit, the internet breeds new eyes every day. So the same people that hated him 2 years ago might not even have an account anymore. You know, like, and the internet loves controversy. Like, they all hated Gunna 6 months ago, and it was clear he didn't snitch at all.
He's selling out shit.
And then, yeah, and his last album was ridiculous, by the way. I've never listened to none of his albums. That last album was crazy. So I think 6ix9ine for sure. I mean, he was one of the first masters of the internet. I think he easily make a comeback, and nobody better not.
I'm not a fan of 6ix9ine for no particular reason. I'm just like I just honestly ain't got time to listen to nobody's music for real. Not to sit there and try to analyze it, but I don't know. I don't know if he can make it. Like I feel like I've asked people, do you think Pooh Shiesty can get out and make a comeback?
Oh, for sure.
Do you think Lil Baby done dropped off?
Yes, I think he's dropped off because he's stuck in that mode of who was it that was they said they was making the same song over and over again. He's got the same thing going on as the other baby, where
the baby,
where it sounded like he was still going off, but where it sounded like he was making the same song over and over again. I was kind of saying like I'm not.
Because everybody say the baby always got the same beat.
But he still ripped everything. But like Lil Baby, like I've never really been a huge Lil Baby fan.
Yeah.
Well, like I don't.
He was one of my favorite rappers. Like when he first came out, but then it's just like everything did start sounding the same.
It's like you just kind of.
And then he took a break, and I feel like once you take a break in the rap game, I don't know about other genres of music because I don't do that, but I feel like that's when you can just lose. Mm-hmm. You lose your stance on where you at. You take that break.
I feel like it also depends.
You got to be on that ass while you got it.
For sure. Also feel like it depends on, how, either beloved or, kind of what your aura is, if that makes sense. Because like we were talking about with me, just for instance, I know it's on a smaller scale, but, still getting stopped in public or still getting messaged or still getting, there was still like, even you were like, I realized like, where the hell were you? You know what I'm saying? So I feel like to an extent, if you have that kind of energy where people truly enjoy what you were doing or truly enjoy your personality or whatever the case it is outside of the music, then you can still, like with me, trying to work my way back in, I still have a path, you know what I'm saying? But like from that aspect, you're right. Like you could, if you don't do the social media, you don't really do the whole, Yeah, I've seen videos like he's kind of dick. Like it's like,
He's a people person.
Nah. And
because if you ever see him like him and his team be out or whatever they're doing, he's just like just looking like the fuck going on. He always looked like what the fuck is going on.
Versus another rapper from his same label on QC, Lil Yachty. Lil Yachty is one of my favorite people. His podcast is great, and like he don't really make music like that anymore. He writes for a lot of people. But if he wanted to drop another album, his last album was great. He wants to drop another album. people are gonna listen because you still have that content side,
Mhm.
you know. So there's a lot to it.
Lil Yachty like one of my videos.
Did he? That's dope.
Mm.
He seems like a really dope person.
Lil Yachty. Let's see what else I got here. You ready for the drop some bars yet?
I'm freestyle on.
All right, go
I
ahead.
can't remember none of my songs. Not a freestyle. We can give it a shot. See, money maker. Only thing I didn't even get into. I said, money making, only thing I chase is the cash. If you want it, then you gotta get up off your ass. Send me that cash app. I'ma cash you out. Get it to my homie. He gonna send you a new route. Chase, mate, Chase, BOA, anything you got. Send it to me. I'ma cash it out while it's hot. Send them on a route, just like FedEx with the box. Send them on the blade. They gonna get it while it's out. Money maker, money chaser. Get her on the blade. She don't get.
Let's go. Oh, freestyle.
I don't.
My brain don't work like that.
Sometimes, kid, but you know, if I'm here just because I couldn't remember my lyrics, because I don't even listen to my own music for like that. But when I like I listen to Say Baby the first day like 50 times. To that I was, you know what I'm saying? So, but if I'm here, Granny asks me to rap, I'm gonna rap. You know, I gotta make some shit up.
Is there any cap in your rap?
No,
Never.
what do you mean? Never in my life? Yeah. Oh yeah, I kept back in the day for sure.
Okay.
You know, I learned very early on that whatever you put out there is gonna come back. And when I was young, I tried to be the, you know, Mr. Gangster street rapper, and you know, I did. Like I joined the gang. Like I was out there, but like I was a little nigga. Like I wasn't like, you know, I wasn't really doing a lot. Like I was around certain shit, a part of certain shit. But then that brought back that energy of people who was, you know, living like that and was like,
Yep.
all right, well, let's see how you living. And I had to either, you know, shake
Be
it out
about
or
it, don't be
do it.
about it.
You know what I'm saying? So then that really changed my perspective because I had to do certain things that I really didn't want to have to do. So now, like, I believe that anything I say or anything I rap about or anything I do, like, it's easy for me to make music about women or about, you know, having fun or, you know, energy or like rapping about guns or, you know, even down to like rapping about drug use, which I used to have. I used to use a lot. You know what I'm saying? So, like, I can rap about things because I've been through shit. You know, like I just dropped a song not long ago called Toxic, and it was like on some California vibe type shit. And you know, I was like, fucking, she set up for the street, she ain't lied, I'm a stop sign. And it was like, you know, I can say that because there were times in my life where like
Right.
I was really for the streets, you know what I'm saying? So it's like I feel like not everybody, but a lot of people start off in that thought process of, oh, I gotta rap like this because that's what everybody else does.
Right.
Then when you realize
rap your truth.
You can just be yourself because eventually somebody's gonna be like, that's bullshit.
So I have cap. There's a couple songs I have when I talk about smoking, and I don't smoke. But it worked in the song, and I did it. I ain't scared to say like I tried it.
That's low level. It's not like you was gonna get killed 17.
Oh no. Right.
That's a little different. I respect it.
Yeah. It is what it is.
Hey, facts.
So let me ask you about what you think where rap is now, like the booty hole brown type shit, like all the explicit lyrics, the way it is, like.
I'm not gonna lie, Sexy Red, if you see this, I love you. Call me. She
sexy.
She nasty. I love that. Truthfully, I think it's just cool that people can be themselves. Like we were talking about before we got on here, like about you. I mean, I feel like that kind of ties back to, you know, you can't as parents, you can't control what your kids take in, you can't control what they stick to. Because my parents thought I was a big kid, so figured out I wasn't.
You can not let them listen to it at the house.
And they'll see
it. They go to school, they go listen.
So it all really just depends on, you know, the moral compass that they develop in themselves. Like I can't get mad at Sexy Red for being on a Spotify playlist that just so happens to play after a song that was perfectly fine for my kid to listen to. You know what I'm saying? But I feel like just because John Smith goes and listens to Boss Man D-Lo, that don't mean he's gonna go pick up a brick. Right. You know, that just means that they heard that song.
So I believe, and I'm old. Now I am old. I got you. I'm double your age.
Nah, you know what you feel.
I just think I respect that she was like, fuck it, I'm going all out, and she blew up, and she's doing what I said a minute ago. She's in her bag, and she is on that shit.
Hits
like
everything.
one after the other, and she's on it, and she's staying on it. As soon as she stopped, it's probably going to end. So she's doing it in a very smart way.
I mean,
she's selling out shows and everything.
I think people think
that
she's everything we thought. And
yeah, Glorilla done calm down.
I mean, she's more
not a bad thing.
Nah, she's eating off of. She can go on tour with Meg, and she can do this person, that person. Like, she always gonna be rich now, but you know that she had that summer where it was great. But Sexy is just like, and one thing I fuck with about her is kind of one of the same things I fuck with about you. She's so authentic. Like, like she said in interviews, like, oh yeah, I've been burned, and I've burned a couple of niggas. And I'm like, all right, well, yeah, you probably wouldn't have said that 10 years ago, but the fact you can say it on it. She said in an interview, she's like, yeah, I burned a nigga, and then I got burned, and I got a shot, and I was cool 2 days later. A lot of people been there. I
wouldn't want my green eyes so I don't really want her listening to it.
Right.
Because I know that I don't think it's appropriate for them to be twerking at that age, and, all that shit, and they gonna do it if they see it. Especially because she's a celebrity. That don't take away from her. Is she really talented? I don't even want to know that I don't even want to say that she's really talented, but what she's doing is working, and there's most of the female rappers now, that's the type of lyrics they sing about. I mean,
I do feel like though with Sexy is that like one thing I do fuck with is I feel like she does market to men. Like it may get caught by women and younger women, but it's more of a trickle down with her. But I feel like the Glorilla effect, it was like we're marking like her first song. I can't remember that shit, but the one that really set her off, at the fuck nigga, whatever. Like that was marketed to women. Whereas Sexy is like she understands, like she be taking pictures with Chief Keef and all that, but she understands that like men respect how real she is and we find her attractive. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like it's less of a ploy with her where like, all right, I want these young women to where like Nicki, for instance. Nicki Minaj's whole fan base for the most part is the young girls or the LGBT. Like she has her niche. Mm-hmm. Sexy is like she would much rather me watch her video than my 14-year-old daughter. You know what I'm saying? Like, so that's what I can respect about it.
I just wanted to get your take on that. Just the direction music has gone. Mm-hmm. I'm pretty sure, I ain't even gonna fucking lie. If I started wearing some booty shorts and twerking on my videos, that shit would go crazy. I think it would. I ain't gonna do it. Oh shit! And it was and then boom. I mean, you're right. Like, first of all, I can't twerk. I don't think I ain't never tried it, but
he almost will be granted some lessons. I'm gonna get this bag, okay?
But if I was to do like a twerking video with a booty shorts on, that shit would go viral. But doing
different strokes for different folks, right?
That's right. So let's talk about. Are you single? Are you looking?
I even never discussed this in interviews, ever. I'll put it to you like this. Feel free to shoot your shot, but that don't mean that Dwight Howard ain't finna block that bitch in the paint. You better be able to fight. Let's put it like that. I'm not looking. I'm chilling. I'm focused on fatherhood and continuing to find myself. Like I told you earlier, I was in a really bad fucking place for a long time. And there's someone very special to me who's been there through it all. So, I ain't really tripped out about none of that. I'm just, at the end of the day, more so than anything, I'm focused on myself and, just being the best man I can be for the people who care about me. So, but to all you ladies out there, nothing but love to you. Keep streaming my music. If your man cheated on you, if you love him, stay with him because he didn't mean to do it. Okay.
So, you ever been in a toxic type relationship?
Oh, yeah. When I was 18, 19, I was dating this girl. Met her because my brother was hitting her friend. Who, ironically, I used to talk to the friend too.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Your blood brother?
Well, we're cousins, but it's basically like my brother. And man, she after we broke up, she slept around my whole friend group at the time, and like she was basically a young girl, you know, I mean, 18, 19, but you know, she was hurt by me because I broke up with her and started dating somebody else, and you know, it was real fucked up because I was young too, so I didn't really realize like at the time I'm being this other girl, I don't give a fuck what you doing. Then the other girl ended up breaking my heart, and then I'd go back and I'm like, yeah, I'm looking at all these people in the face like you fucked her, knowing you know our relationship, and like that shit was real toxic. We were real bad for each other. I've had other run-ins like that in my life, but you know, at this point in my life, and you know, trying to really build a future for myself. I don't divulge into that type of shit anymore. I make music about it because I've lived it, but you know, and I make music about it because every toxic motherfucker, man or woman, deserves to have somebody who understands their side of shit. And you know, that's a real crap that I don't think enough people. Ever since Tory got locked up, free Tory, I don't think there's enough people really, you know, making that type of music. So you know, I've been in toxic situations. I think we all should outgrow them. But, you know, I think that it's a crucial experience in learning how to handle relationships for sure.
I ain't never been in a toxic relationship, nor would I ever. I can tell you now, I ain't got the time or the patience for that shit. The first time you start yelling at me,
right.
Get by.
See, maybe I'm a little.
Don't yell at me. None of that shit.
Maybe I'm a little loose in the head because you know some of y'all I've seen some of my other interviews. When women start yelling and wanting to try to swing on me and shit, it do something different.
I don't understand that shit.
She tried to choke me out. I was like, you know, choke me out on this bed. Like, I'm not wrapped too tight, but you know, I definitely use your saying. I do have a question for you. You're so not too personally, but like, do you how like if you're dating men your age, how do they feel about the whole like rap thing and social media thing? Like, how does that work?
I haven't been on a date in over probably 10 years.
We need a 20v1 for Randy. I would watch every second of it.
I have not. And it ain't nobody asked me out.
You think they're intimidated?
I have no idea. Nobody asked me. I think it may be that. It may be just the way the world is today. It may be like if you be like the dudes that hit me up be like, can I come over? No. Right. Where the fuck can I take you out? Right. You know? First
of all, trying to sneaky link in you're wild.
No, that ain't how we rolling. My time is important.
Right.
I have a lot of shit going on. I have 2 jobs. I Uber. I work at the school. I've not made that a secret.
You're a fucking rap sensation.
And
hey, I'm dead ass. Like, I can get it. My daddy's saying I'll put you on. He got money.
I write music. I got to go to the studio. I'm shooting videos. Like I'm now doing podcasts. Like I don't have time for bullshit, y'all. Let me just put this out here. I like younger men, and it's only because I feel like I'm youthful. I have that energy. I want to do shit. Like people my age typically is like, I'd be like, come on, let's go like off the rip. Let's go 4-wheel driving or whatever, riding, driving, whatever. Let's go ride some 4-wheels. And then somebody my age be like, my back hurting right now. We're gonna have to go next week or some shit. Shut the fuck up. Let's go. God damn. Life is short. So I want younger. I've always dated younger. My last boyfriend, which was a long time ago, was probably 14 years younger than me.
Okay, Granny.
And it was good. It was just that he wanted kids at some point. I wasn't producing any. And it was mutual, and we still talk. And that he went and got married and had a couple kids, and then he got divorced, and now he's seeing someone else. So nobody asked me out. So it is what it is.
Maybe it's because whatever's meant for you is on its way back to find you.
Whatever.
Hey.
I mean, it would be nice, but I got to be cautious. Like motherfuckers be hitting me up in my DMs. Hey, Granny, if you're trying to link up and shit.
I can only
so
imagine.
Let me just say.
I can only imagine. Some of you here in the city be on some crazy shit. So I can imagine some of these But with the snappers and be trying to slide.
Let me tell you this. Because my first thought is, you think I'm a sugar mama. I'm not taking care of your ass. It ain't happening. I'm not taking care of you. Nor can I. Nor can I. You know, that ain't what's going on over here. Y'all think y'all see some old white lady that naive and don't know what the fuck going on. But let me just
break it to you. You're one of us. You ain't you. I wouldn't
no, but visually that's what they see. Dead ass. I've been told that my whole life.
To the cookout. You over there.
So let's see. Do you have a celebrity crush? Sexy red?
I got a list.
Make it a short list.
I need 3. Sexy Red, Topanga from Boy Meets World.
You seen her? She just got diagnosed with cancer. I think I saw that today.
That's wild. And then shit. We gotta come back to number 3 later. I don't know. I can't think of number 3 as well.
What's your idea of the hood?
Number 3 is Gloria from Modern Family. Sorry. I
The
can't think
mom,
of
not the mama.
No, the one who was dating Jay, was the Spanish lady. She's in a lot of stuff. She was in
Is she a judge on American Idol or something?
Yes.
Her voice is annoying as fuck.
My idea of the hood. Honestly, as somebody who's lived in the hood and spent a lot of time in the hood, my idea of the hood is like it gets a bad rap. Like, don't get me wrong. I mean, everywhere you go can be dangerous. The hood, the suburbs, it's crazy motherfuckers everywhere. Thanks. But the hood, in my opinion, it's like you get a lot of people who are just trying to survive. Like everybody's trying to find their way. You know, like you live in the hood long enough, you go to your local corner store, they know you, they look out for you. You might be $1 short, day late, or you see somebody auntie bringing the groceries in, you stop, help. It's really a tight knit community, and people don't realize that because the bad shit is glorified. There's a lot of positive shit too.
It is.
Always protect yourself for sure.
Culture, it's awesome.
Absolutely.
I've lived in the hood my whole life, and I lived here, not in this apartment, but like 8 apartments up. I lived there for 20 years. And I always the goal has always been to get out of the hood, and that I talk about that all the time because I'm fucking still here. But I was able to move out when my daughter turned 18 and moved out, whatever. So I'm like, okay, later on, and I moved out to near Regency, so that's like a nicer neighborhood,
right?
And I was just so excited to pay. Like, these are income-based apartments, Section 8 apartments. And I just really wanted, the goal was just to pay rent, like to be regular.
Right.
That's all the fuck I wanted. And I moved over there, and it was like cool. And like my motherfucking Amazon packages was still there late at night. I had to worry about that shit.
I remember a state trooper got shot in my front yard, and the FBI and ATF shut down the whole block for like hours. Like, they had tape, they were searching for the person who did it. Like, that shit was crazy. And like, that was when I was living on Magnolia over on 5th on the north side. I lived there for like 7 years, and now like I still live in the north, but I got a house and stuff now. So I definitely get it for sure.
Yeah, so what did I say last?
Amazon package is still being there.
Yeah, so but what I didn't know is rent goes up every year, and it goes up drastically, like $50, $75 every year. So after 3 years of being out of subsidized housing, I couldn't afford it no more. So now I'm back here again.
Isn't that fucked up? Like, you really
like, bro, I hated make that decision, but I had to fucking do it.
So
but anyway,
you got to
Randy back in the hood, y'all. I tried to make it out there in the world, but it ain't worked for me. I got a master's degree, and still can't. Shit ain't shit. It ain't shit. Let's see. We're almost at the end of the interview and conversation, but So one of the questions is, do you fuck with my music?
Yeah, fuck yeah. Yeah.
Have you listened to it?
What? Women
Besides the one song.
the one that really like,
Yeah, that's
it's like you were talking about. We both social media personalities, so like I knew like the videos, like the energy and shit. I knew you rap, but you know, like you said, you don't really be listening to music in general. And then once I like started really tapping in with you, that song really got me. I was like, damn, we see this shit everywhere. So that was like the main.
Okay.
And then you know, like now, kind of how I do, like when I meet people, like we were talking about TMA. When I first met him, you know, they were like a song, maybe.
Yeah,
We met each other, and I'm like, let me do a deep dive. Like, you know what I'm saying? So next time you see me, you can be like, yeah, you still like me? 10 songs. That's just kind of how I do.
All right. So in closing, if you could give advice to the world, what would you tell them?
Eat butts and bust nuts.
Oh shit!
Well, that's good advice too. Honestly, man, just live your life to the fullest. It shouldn't be over tomorrow.
Yeah. I
Dying every second, and you know, make those hard decisions. Get uncomfortable. Go out and do something that you always wanted to do.
Absolutely.
We literally make music. You know how hard that is to go out and like wake up every day and have to go to work and have to do this and that, knowing that you are better than this famous rapper, or you can do this, or you can do that. So we can do uncomfortable shit to try to make our lives better, or to try to go out and just enjoy it. Be uncomfortable. That's the best advice I can give you. Be uncomfortable.
All right, y'all. This is gonna be wrapped up now with Feline 540 from Instagram, and I enjoyed this conversation.
Me too.
It's been fun, and I hope y'all enjoyed the podcast. And stay tuned for more.